Good evening, everyone. You're watching IWF Special Tropical Update coverage. I'm Richie, your meteorologist. Let's get into the latest on Tropical Depression 9. The 8 p.m. update just came out from the National Hurricane Center. We can see it still has winds of 35 miles per hour, still trying to get its act together. Still moving west-northwest at 15. That hasn't changed since the 5 o'clock advisory. We still see in the next 24 to 48 hours expected to become Tropical Storm Ian, then making a wrap around towards western and central parts of Cuba before coming a Category 1 hurricane with winds of 90 miles an hour, going right over Cuba and then entering the Gulf of Mexico where it makes that north-northeast turn. Now this forecast cone was changed between the 11 a.m. advisory today and the 5 o'clock. It shifted a little bit more towards the west, looking more towards Tampa by afternoon Wednesday as a Category 3 major hurricane with winds of at least 111 miles per hour before making impacts. Very important thing I want to say here, this is still 5 to 7 days out, so this is still very iffy in terms of the spaghetti models, if it's going to be accurate. This is a 450-mile wide error cone. That's why we call it the cone of uncertainty here. So are we going to feel impacts in Florida at this time? Yes. Are they going to be big or small impacts? Not sure, but we're at least going to get something. So stay with iWeather first as we keep you updated. Next thing I'm going to show you is the wind arrival times. So this is the greatest chance of probability of having wind speeds of at least 74 miles per hour. You can see as it gets into Monday evening and Tuesday morning, the chances are about 40 to 50% still that we may experience tropical storm force winds in central and south Florida. But this is the interesting thing. So the storm hasn't really shifted or maintained its composure. What I mean by that is the convection is a little bit limited here. You can see the swirling, this is open air here. This is the center of the storm. There's a lot of open air here, and one of the reasons because of that is that it's actually getting shear from Hurricane Fiona. So Hurricane Fiona's outflow, and you can see that in the orange and red colors here, is actually creating unfavorable wind shear for this tropical depression right now, which is why it's been trying to get its act together and it's been so difficult. Here's a closer image here from GO16. You can see the open air circulation up on top. You can see that wind shear shearing off the tops of the clouds. But once it exits here in the next 12 to 24 hours, that's when we'd expect the storm to strengthen. It will definitely be getting into sea surface temperatures, mid-upper 80s, so that's when it is most likely to explode from there. Here are the latest forecast model guidance here, the spaghetti models. You can see they're in agreement with the next 1 to 3 days, making that northeasterly turn and then moving towards Florida right after making landfall, potentially western central Cuba, and then making that change. Now the models over the past couple of days have been shifting a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Still far out to tell, but stay with us both on air and online, iWeather First on our YouTube channel and Twitter for the very latest. Stay safe.